Tremendous pressure on both sides, but nothing like the pressure upon the players' shoulders of Burnley and Stockport County. This afternoon, a place in Division 1 will be the reward for the victors. Let's join our commentary team of Mark Briggs and Tony Lister.
A crescendo of noise as the Gladiators enter this Wembley Stadium for this Ainsley League playoff final. 12 points separated these two teams at the end of the season, and all that now counts for nothing as they face each other on equal terms to see who is to play Ainsley League Division 1 football next season. That great second leg performance against Plymouth ensuring Clarets a Wembley place, and Stockport that late Chris Beaumont strike at Edgeley Park, giving County the opportunity to hopefully end their Wembley hoodoo. Both sides been here 3 times, and on every occasion it's been an unhappy one. Let's hope it's the Claret and Blue of Burnley Football Club who will be celebrating as they head back at 4:45 tonight. Well, Tony, an absolutely superb atmosphere.
Yeah, Mark, it's a brilliant sight to see the masses of Burnley fans who have made the journey down here today for this great game against Stockport. And the question is, who will Burnley be entertaining next season? Will it be the likes of Wycombe, Crewe or Shrewsbury? But hopefully for the Clarets fans, we'll be seeing teams like Swindon and Sheffield United at Turf Moor. But I feel that the winners today will be the side who has the greater desire and ambition to be playing in Division 1 next season.
So as the signs peel off to their respective goals, Burnley line up in goal, Morgan Beresford, number 2 Gary Parkinson, his opposite defender Les Thompson, in the centre of that Burnley defence Steve Davis and John Pender, number 6 Warren Joyce, and up front Ted McMinn with John Deary at number 8, Adrian Heath, John Francis and David Ayres. The substitutes this afternoon are Andy Farrell and Graham Lancashire. Well, Stockport, they line up, John Keeley in goal, number 2 Lee Todd, number 3 Michael Wallace, number 4 Sean Conley, number 5 Mike Flynn, number 6 Bill Williams, number 7 Jim Gannon, number 8 Peter Wood, number 9 leading goalscorer Kevin Francis, 10 Chris Beaumont, and number 11 David Frayne. These substitutes this afternoon for Stockport County are former Burnley man David Miller at number 12, and number 14 their second leading goalscorer, rather a surprise, Andy Priest. John Pender, first duties this afternoon. Didn't think he was popping the old balloons as we're almost underway. Referee David Ellery looking at his watch. As finally, Clarets getting us underway. Early throwing. Gary Parkinson, the man to take. So obviously I would think Burnley playing a 4-2-4 formation. David Ayres and Ted McMinn wide on those flanks. John Francis and Adrian Heath, that central striking force. There's almost an early touch there for Ted McMinn, as Burnley will want to settle. Francis, McMinn available, chipped in, not on from Heath. Doesn't let Warren Joyce tracked up with his Burnley attack. In offside position as Stockport have an indirect free kick. Certainly bathed in glorious sunshine around a quarter of an hour before this match. Now overcast conditions, getting quite blustery up in this commentary position as that superb Burnley support getting behind their side. Early touch from McMinn. Good challenge there by Michael Wallace. Wallace signed from just down the road at Main Road, Manchester City last season. Regular in that left back berth as Stockport come forward. Just can't keep it in play. Look like a Burnley defender got a leg on that as Stockport have their first corner on 4 minutes. It's Burnley 0, Stockport County 0. In fact, it's a direct free kick to the men from Cheshire. Burnley will have to organise rather quickly as we have 5 players in that. In fact, a goal on 4 minutes to Stockport take the lead. That free kick in shorts. Question certainly to be asked in that Burnley defence. And Stockport on 4 minutes take the lead. It's Burnley 0, Stockport County 1. Well, Tony, that free kick taken very quickly. Burnley defence really caught with their pants down. 1 goal in arrears.
Yeah, disastrous start really. I thought it was a bit of a harsh decision that the referee had given when he gave the free kick. But then I noticed that Pender was having to mark 2 men, so somebody was at fault really. I'm not sure if it was actually the unmarked one that stole in and headed it beyond Beresford's grasp. So the start that Burnley didn't want, at least they've got the rest of the game now to come back, but certainly an uphill battle already for the Clarets.
Well, we said in our preview, Chris Beaumont would be wanted to prove himself as he replaces Andy Priest. It's only taken him 4 minutes for Beaumont to get on the score sheet.
Yeah, there's no better way to repay your boss's faith than to bang one in the back of the net. But that was a terrible challenge there on McMinn over on that far side.
Yes, dreadful challenge there on Tim McMinn. First roll call for Mort Leather. So not surprisingly now, Stockport County supports behind their goal in buoyant mood. That strike on 4 minutes from Chris Beaumont. Tim McMinn back on his feet as his free kick quickly taken. Heath. Francis, chance of Francis on the edge of that 6-yard box, as rather fortunately in the arms of John Keeley. Just perhaps a half chance there for John Francis, Tony.
Yeah, I thought for a moment he was in. The goalie's retrieved the situation well there though.
That's Todd for County come forward. Flick on from Francis. Flick on a poor one. Jim Gannon, the intended man. Transfer speculation early in the season with Jim Gannon. Jimmy Moore frightened off by that 200,000 price tag on the Stockport County number 7 as they come forward with scorer Beaumont. Pass a poor one, second chance. Ball in away by Thompson. Deary looks up as eventually just ushers that ball back to Moran Beresford. Parkinson. McMinn available. Infield ball finds Davis. Looks up. Joyce in the centre of that Wembley Stadium pitch. Davis coming right forward. Free kick quickly taken. Joyce right up to the attack. Chance of Francis. But again, John Keeley out of his goal rather efficiently. The former Oldham Athletic goalkeeper. In fact, started his career with Southend United. Moved on to Brighton on the south coast. And then had a long spell with the Latics. Pender. Francis up well for Clarets. Apologies there, Ted McMinn. As again, County come forward. Just that one man up, Jim Gannon. Francis looming large in that Burnley penalty area. Beresford half clearance. Pender covering on that goal line. Services of the Burnley captain not required as that shot from number 7 Jim Gannon just 2 yards wide of that Burnley upright. So Tony, certainly in these first 8 minutes, Stockport County looking rather threatening.
Yeah, the Burnley boys just need to regain their composure after giving that goal away. Of course, that's what happened down at Plymouth, and they came back to win 3-1, so there's still plenty of time yet for the Burnley boys.
Well, look like a nudge there from Sean Conley. The flame-haired Conley, nudge on Adrian Heath has already marked Leather into action on 2 occasions in these first 8 minutes. Like a knock in the back. Few words being said by referee David Ellery to 1 or 2 of these Stockport County players. In this Andy Farrell, as we said, the only survivor from the 1998 Sherpa Van final on the substitutes bench this afternoon. Over 200 appearances for the Burnley club as we're in play. First touch for Davy Ayres, beaten down by Todd. As Burnley have a throw-in. McMinn to take. Flick on from Ayres. Can't find Deary as Stockport County clear their lines. Thompson quickly across. Parkinson, what will he do? Floated ball intended for Francis. Again away by Flynn. As County come forward. Francis the intended man. As Beresford well out of that Burnley penalty area. Pumps deep into that County half. Chance for Francis. Again, Keeley out well. Look like both players have taken the knock. John Francis in that quick fire raid. As again, the trainers run the field. Well, certainly Mark Leather more in the action than some of the Burnley players in these first 10 minutes, Tony.
Yeah, it looked like a nasty collision. It seems apparent already that Burnley trying to feed Francis with some long through balls, and already he's been very close to being put clean through. Unfortunately, he's down at the moment, but as I said earlier on, Burnley just need to regain the composure. There's plenty of time left, and there's a long way to go, as I saw in yesterday's playoff game where Preston took the lead and eventually finished up losing the game 4-2.
Well, certainly everything going wrong for Burnley this afternoon so far in these first 10 minutes as John Francis leaves the field of play. Let's hope it's okay. Graham Lancashire warming up as County come forward. Attack averted as Davis pumps that ball long into that County half. Away by Flynn. Wallace, great ball, finds Francis, danger for Clarets. No man up for County as their players stream into that Burnley penalty area. Burnley defence regroup. Great work by McMinn as they come forward again. Rush challenge. In fact, I may have seen a kick there on Ted McMinn. What's it to be? David Ellery right on the spot. Certainly a fracas over on that far touchline. Certainly saw a kick aim there at Ted McMinn. Question is, did David Ellery see it, Tony?
That's right, I saw it as McMinn went down, the Stockport player kicked McMinn in the face, and it's got to be a red card if the referee saw it. Unfortunately, two of the Burnley lads just retaliated slightly, but really the referee's got to take action here.
Well, certainly everything happening in these first 15 minutes as that red card is raised aloft. Stockport County down to 10 men. Drama here at Wembley. John Francis still off the pitch receiving treatments, and Stockport County down to 10 men. That rather ridiculous challenge on Ted McMinn. Well, in fact, it's Andy Farrell who becomes the first Burnley player to make 2 Wembley appearances. As again we're in play. County forward down to 10 men. Frayne. As again the ball is out of play. John Francis will play no part in this playoff final. As Davis. Sweeping ball. Tried to find Ayres, away by Conley. Deary looks up and finds Farrell available. Elects to go the way of Les Thompson. Certainly Burnley hopefully now will capitalise on this 10-man Stockport County outfit. As John Keeley, well over, gathers. Still boos from the Stockport County supporters as for that sending offers. Again we're in play. Pender and Francis tussling. Finally away by Steve Davis. Ayres can't find Deary. Farrell. No jump from Francis again. Chance for Beaumont. Great defensive work by Davis. Parkinson. Boost from McMinn. Quite predictably as Parkinson comes forward for Clarets. Heath. Again Parkinson. Deary, Burnley stroking the ball around well as they come forward. Farrell right up with his Burnley attack. Farrell on the ball. McMinn wide to his right as Stockport clear, well up by Steve Davis. As again, I think just one or two words being said in the centre of the pitch. John Pender and Francis may be involved, as Burnley have an indirect free kick. 17 minutes on the clock. It's Stockport County 1, Burnley 0. Goal on 4 minutes by Chris Beaumont separates these two sides, but Stockport now down to 10 men. Can Burnley capitalise on 10 men Stockport as their supporters get behind their team? This free kick taken by Davis, can't find Farrell, maybe a second chance. Ball bobbing around in that Stockport penalty area. Infringement as Stockport County have an indirect free kick. All that will come to nothing, so not quite sure where Andy Farrell will position himself. Looks like he's drifted into a midfield position. Perhaps now Burnley reverting to a 4-3-3 formation. As Stockport come forward, no men up for the men in blue and white. Maybe now Francis, lone striker's role, as Thompson for Clarets releases McMinn. Plenty of spaces for the Burnley number 7. Ayres just can't keep it in play as both Burnley wingers on this left flank under this commentary position. So Burnley perhaps regrouping slightly with the departure of John Francis, looking like Farrell in a midfield position, looking like playing 4-3-3.
Yeah, it's all become a bit scrappy the last few minutes. I was reading in the newspaper this week, Stockport executive Dave Coxon said that this will be the friendly final. Well, it's been anything but that at the moment. Another clattering challenge in on a Burnley man.
Well, Tony, right on cue there. An absolutely ridiculous challenge there. Maybe a yellow card. Yes, David Ellery reaching for that notebook. Of course, the Burnley support baying for a second county player to leave the Wembley Arena as that yellow card is raised out by David Ellery. Looking for number 6, Bill Williams. That rather ridiculous clattering challenge on David Ayres. Stockport County, although being a very, very well organised outfit, they're a very, very well at times, a very ferocious one. As you saw in that rather clattering, unnecessary challenge on David Ayres. As a result, that booking for Bill Williams. Basher Bill, I think we can call him, as on 21 minutes Stockport just lead by that Beaumont goal. Ayres, Deary, McMinn. What will the Tim man do? Connolly challenging as that chip can't find Heath. Maybe a second chance for Ayres. The work by Todd as Burnley still have it. Deary will look up, will find Thompson in support. Parkinson just a man back for Clarets. Nice sweeping ball finds Pender. As again, Wallace clears for County. Linesman flagging for offside as Ellery waves play on. As Clarets come forward with Thompson. Pass beaten down. Second chance for Farrell. Poor ball by the Burnley substitute. Gary Parkinson, the intended man. As play is getting rather scrappy as we approach the halfway point of this first half. It's Stockport County 1, Burnley 0. Chris Beaumont, the man, should I say, to separate these two sides here in this playoff final. Overcast conditions now here at Wembley Stadium. Let's hope Clarets can get back on level terms before that half-time break. Three men in that Burnley penalty area as that throwing comes in away by Parkinson. Heath up challenging Deary. Farrell, the intended man, can't control it. May present a chance for Francis as again County come forward. Great defensive work by Davis as Parkinson comes clear for Clarets. Ball can't find Heath as again Flynn has time to mop up for County as they come forward. Well, certainly County taking a negative attitude, I think. No one up front from the men from Cheshire. As Burnley come forward with Ayres, swapping flanks with his opposite number, Ted McMinn, as County come forward again. Francis, the man up front. And he storms into that Burnley penalty areas. Stockport have a throw-in. Certainly the man to be watched, the man to be shackled by Burnley skipper John Pender this afternoon. 34 League and Cup goals for the 6'7" striker. Rumour has it that after this match, Francis may be Wimbledon bound. Will certainly suit their style of play. Certainly a bit of dithering over this throw-in by Stockport County as they have this throw-in for blue and white shirts in that Burnley penalty area. The head of Francis, the intended man, mistake by Beresford. As finally Burnley clear that danger. As again, County have a throw-in. Certainly a scary moment there, Tony, as Beresford, just a slight fumble by the Burnley keeper.
Yeah, that was one of the things we were pointing out before the game. Mike Flynn's long throw-ins into the near post, and the first one there causing trouble, and Beresford fortunate to get away with that one.
As that long throw comes in, aim for Francis, away by Farrell. 2 men up for Clarets, challenged by Deary, Joyce. Quietest match for the Burnley number 6 in these first 25 minutes. As Parkinson across well for Clarets, locks up, shielding that ball very efficiently indeed, averting the threat of big Kevin Francis. McMinn. Away by Conley. Thompson. Tussling for the ball on this left flank. As he wins an indirect free kick, much to the anger of the Stockport County support. Rumour has it around 7,000 or 8,000 Stockport County supporters have travelled down the M6 this afternoon. Of course, that fantastic Burnley support, over 30,000. Let's hope we can get right behind their Burnley side this afternoon as Parkinson comes forward for Clarets. Ayres. Jinking run by Ayres. What will he do? Thinks about a shot. Joyce. Chance for Clarets. Maybe a chance for Min. Chip in. Chance for Ayres. Looks up. Great work by Ayres, but forced wide. Maybe the chance is gone as cross comes in from Parkinson. Unfortunately, it's high and over that Stockport County bar. Chance of begging there from Gary Parkinson, but initially I think David Ayres there, the culprit. Certainly a half chance for the Burnley number 11, Tony.
Well, before that, it came across to Warren Joyce. Looked as though he had a bit of space there, but just dallied on it a bit. And when McMinn got the ball over to Ayres, the defenders managed to crowd him out, and unfortunately the chance going begging.
Yes, certainly the first clear-cut chance for Clarets this afternoon. But all that will result in a Stockport County goal kick. As Keely kicks to that halfway line. Farrell up well, none on. Thompson, header right in. As County come forward, curling cross by Jim Gannon. Too far for Kevin Francis. Even the long legs of Kevin Francis unable to get that cross in from the County number 7. Certainly Jim Gannon Mr. Utility for County, as Andy Farrell is for Burnley. Jim Gannon, in fact, last season playing at right back against Burnley at Edgeley Park earlier in the season, was playing in midfield. He's also played up front this season for Stockport County, so certainly a key man for Danny Magara's men as Burnley come forward. Heath, the intended man, unable to find inches. Again, County come forward. Francis just up front. As again, all that breaks down this game, getting rather scrappy as we approach the half-hour mark. Stockport County 1, Burnley 0. Unfortunately for Clarets, that strike by Chris Beaumont on 4 minutes. That error as that chip came in presented the opportunity to the Stockport County number 10. As again, the ball out of play, rather too many delays in these first 29 minutes. as the Stockport County support get behind their team. Cross floated in, Francis again the intended man, Davis up well, Thompson, as again he forces Gannon wide. Great play by Gannon, must be a chance for Stockporters. Francis homes in on Moreland Beresford, Burnley keeper. Great keeping by the man Beresford as Burnley come forward with Parkinson. Great work by the Burnley number 2. 2 men up for Clarets. As again, good defensive work there by Mike Flynn as County come forward. Thompson evades that rather rash challenge by Bill Williams as again County come forward with Conley. Oh, like a nudge there, right on the halfway line as referee David Ellery waves play on. Danger for Clarets. Great work by Captain Wood. Still Wood claims for a penalty. Referee Ellery will have none of it as Burnley come forward with Parkinson. Hopefully this game livening up as Joyce again tries to get this Clarets attacking motion. Parkinson tries to release Ayers. Perhaps that's seen a lot of the Burnley number 11 as Mike Wallace over well for County. Throwing to Burnley, but I think Tony Burnley hopefully now will try and take full advantage of 10-men County and look towards these flanks to hopefully provide an opening for Clarets.
Yeah, Burnley just not really getting hold of the loose ball in the midfield at the moment.
Just break off. Ayers, jinky run on the edge of that penalty area. Has the chance gone? A great goal by David Ayers. A superb run right along the edge of that Stockport County penalty area. 2-3 men he evaded as a left-footed strike flashes past the right-hander John Keeley as on the half hour that man David Ayers scoring his 20th league goal for Clarets. It's Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. A great equalising effort from the Burnley number 11. Well, Tony, an absolutely amazing run on the edge of that 18-yard box. 2-3 men he took. Perhaps Stockport backed off a little bit. Let's not take anything away from Ayers. A great strike past the groping right hand of John Keeley.
What a terrific goal that was, his 20th league goal of the season, and what a way to bring it up. A terrific run and cracking finish into the bottom corner, bringing Burnley right back into it.
Yes, I think we can give David Ayers a 20th league goal, although it's a playoff final, as he'll join an illustrious band now of 7, maybe 8 Burnley footballers who scored 20 league goals in a season.
Yeah, good band company of people to be in with. Of course, Adrian Heath scored 20 last season, and Burnley now right back in it, and the Burnley supporters, well, I was going to say way to our right, but really covering most of the stadium, now starting to really get behind the Burnley lads.
Yes, I'm sure 90% of the Burnley supporters will be on their seats, literally. Flags, banners waving all around this Wembley Stadium as Burnley now back on level terms. Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. That 30th minute strike by David Ayers makes it all square here in this playoff final at Wembley Stadium as Keeley pumps that long ball forward into the Clarets half. Great work again by John Pender. Parkinson challenging. Farrell in attendance as County come forward, just that one man up. The tall striking 6'7" frame of Kevin Francis. So certainly Clarets supporters now in buoyant mood. Well, we said Burnley hoping to get back on level terms before half-time. Let's hope they can take full advantage of 10 men Stockport as they strive for that 1 goal advantage before the half-time whistle as they come forward with McMinn. 3 men up front. Joyce storming into the Stockport County penalty area. McMinn looks up, crossing. Joyce the intended man. Almost a chance there for Warren Joyce. Fortunately for County, just seemed to just half catch it as he raced into the Stockport penalty area. Great ball in from Seb McMinn. Joyce almost on the end of it.
Yeah, that was a wonderful Burnley move, and Joyce must have just timed his run a little bit early and been caught out offside. But a great move that was, and Burnley really got the tails up at the moment.
Certainly Stockport looking rattled. That mistake in the centre of the Burnley defence. Sorry, in the centre of the Stockport County defence, almost presenting that opportunity to Warren Joyce. But clearly, Tony, the County lads certainly rattled.
Yeah, generally this season Stockport have had quite a sound defence, but as you said, that certainly rattled them, that goal. Let's hope Burnley can bag another 1 or 2 more before half-time.
As McMinn there almost releasing John Deary, as Burnley streaming forward, certainly on top. Clarets in the ascendancy as they again have a throw in. Again a mistake over on that far side there by Michael Wallace, presenting this throw in to Clarets to be taken by Andy Farrell. Second thoughts, as again we're in play. Joyce releases Thompson. Thompson looks up, McMinn. Deary screaming for the ball. Opportunity now for John Deary as he releases Heath. Heath looks up. Parkinson right up with his Burnley attack. Farrell perhaps dwelling on it as that attempted chip is beaten down. Second chance for Deary. Pender just that one man back for Clarets as he releases Farrell. Joyce apologies Heath as he releases Deary. Deary looks up. Parkinson. 3 men up for Clarets. Joyce, Ayres and McMinn as they come forward with Davis. Poor ball by the Burnley number 4 as that man Francis, the threat to Clarets this afternoon. Well, hopeful ball there by Kevin Francis. Again, no man up for County as McMinn comes forward. Shows too much of the ball to Conley as a long hopeful punt. Ward the intended man. Davis right there challenging. Burnley defence regrouping again. Great defensive work by Davis as Joyce comes forward. Oh, great ball by John Deary. Almost releasing David Ayres as he acknowledges that. Great crossfield ball by the Burnley number 8. But game certainly livening up here at Wembley Stadium. This playoff final. 35 minutes on the clock. It's Stockport County 1, Burnley 1. Goal on 4 minutes, giving County the lead by Chris Beaumont. That defensive error. But on 30 minutes, that great David Ayres strike, bringing the sides back on level terms as again John Pender out jumps Kevin Francis. Certainly Francis looking a little downhearted as he leads that Stockport County attack. Farrell. Parkinson. Sweeping ball, tries to find McMinn. But Sean Conley looking very, very solid in that back 4. Danny Maguire's men having to regroup. It's looking like Sean Conley now in that right back spot, having to come out of midfield as Burnley come forward. Heath releases Deary. McMinn. Thompson. Heath back to Thompson. McMinn on this flank, right on this touchline. What will the Tin Man do? Evades the challenge of Conley as they come forward. Farrell right up for Clarets. Ayres. Farrell is intended man, but again, good work by that Stockport County central defence as Conley quickly takes his throw in for County. John Keeley clapping his hands, trying to rally his County team. Certainly looking rattling these last 5-6 minutes as Burnley got back on level terms by that David Ayres goal. Will certainly look good on the action replay, I'm sure, as Francis can't get the better of Davis. Great work by the Clarets defender as they come forward. Slipped by Davis, but Clarets still come forward as Ayres just can't get that central attack of Heath and, well, maybe Farrell at the moment as County again come forward with Francis not on. Well, certainly County looking out of sorts as again Clarets come forward with Joyce. Burnley certainly in the ascendancy as McMinn comes forward. Thompson available. What will the Tin Man do? Conley challenging now in that right back berth. McMinn toying with the Stockport County right back, but on that occasion that curling cross finding those capable hands of John Keeley as he quickly releases Conley. Certainly all the play on this right flank in this first 38 minutes. Stockport County 1, Burnley 1. Francis shielding the ball from skipper Pender as he releases number 7 Jim Gannon. Infield ball finds skipper Ward. Already 1 or 2 mazy runs from that Stockport County number 8 as they come forward again with Gannon. Poor ball by Gannon as Farrell gets Les Thompson into action. Fingers being pointing all over the place at the moment. I'm sure Les Thompson getting a little confused with both Steve Davis and John Pender as they pointed in separate directions. Parkinson, floating ball, chance for Clarets, as again that Stockport County defence looking ragged. But again Heath being forced to peel wide. McMinn, certainly a second chance for Clarets. Well, I don't know if that was an intended shot by the Tin Man, but certainly it's a corner to Burnley as the outstretched hand of David Ellery points to that corner spot. Well, again, Tony, another good run by McMinn. Don't know if that was an intended shot, but a resulting corner.
Yeah, he's giving Connolly a hard job on that, on this left-hand flank, and let's hope that Burnley can produce something with this spot, this corner kick.
As they have 5 men in that Stockport County penalty area. Short chipped in corner as Thompson has it. Again, looking like a rush challenge by Chris Beaumont. Referee David Ellery in full agreement as that free kick's quickly taken by McMinn. Parkinson looks up, foul available. Well, perhaps thought about a shot there as he has second thoughts. Ayres, oh, great turn by Ayres, almost a second goal, great save by Keeley. Well, that would be a goal to save it from David Ayres, as an absolutely fantastic swivel by the Burnley number 11 as they come forward again. Joyce right up with his Burnley attack, second chance for Deary, not on, can't find Warren Joyce as County eventually clear their lines. Well, Tony, an absolutely superb bit of trickery there by David Ayres.
Yeah, great turn in the box. It looked as though he was odds on to score. But all credit to Keeley, who blocked the shot well. So unfortunately for the Burnley lad, just denied that time.
As again, Sean Connolly very much the man in the action this afternoon. Releases Bill Williams as Stockport regroup. Certainly looking very nervous in these last 10 minutes as Burnley got back on level terms again. Clattering challenge by Jim Gannon, looking like the notebook may be out again. That rather rumbustious challenge there on Les Thompson. Referee Ellery's notebook out. Second county player to be booked. Again, Tony, in that case, Jim Gannon, County showing their physical side.
Yeah, you can't really complain about that. The ball's gone and he's whipped Les Thompson's legs from under him over the touchline, so really no complaints there. It's got to be a yellow card.
Well, Les Thompson up on his feet again as he releases Deary. Thompson looks up. Ayres again, the man looking threatening for Clarets. Just asking a little too much of wingman Ayres. As Les Thompson acknowledges that. Floated in ball for the Burnley number 11, the goal scoring hero so far in this playoff final. Burnley 1, Stockport County 1, as that tremendous support behind that Marlon Beresford goal, getting to fine voice that, well, famous chant. I'm sure you've heard it all before. As Stockport come forward with Connolly, Francis, again great challenge by Pender. Certainly has got Francis well shackled in these first 40 minutes as referee Ellery points that hand in the way of Stockport County as that throw-in is quickly taken. Williams, good skills, sweeping ball, getting Lee Todd into the action. Poor ball, can't find Gannon as Parkinson has time on the ball over on that far side. Great cheeky back heel, finds Farrell, who in turn finds Joyce. McMinn in space, Thompson on the overlap, beaten down by Connolly. Second chance for the Tin Man, asking Thompson to come forward as he finally goes the way of Steve Davis, looking very composed in the centre of that Burnley defence. Heath back in a midfield role, very unaccustomed position for Inchy as he tries to set a Burnley attack in motion. Deary very much in the action in these last 5-6 minutes. McMinn certainly toying with Sean Connolly. Connolly challenging, and again he's after the better of the Stockport County defender. Great crossing, almost with Farrell. Oh, and almost a chance there with Warren Joyce. I think should have done better, maybe have hit the target right on the edge of that penalty area, but again the man McMinn presenting the opportunities for the Burnley boys in the penalty area, Tony, and I think Warren Joyce at least have hit the target.
Yeah, again, good work by McMinn down this left-hand flank. Pulled it back well, and as it came out to Joyce, I think he was just leaning back a little bit and just couldn't get any direction or power behind the shot.
Well, I've just seen Jimmy Mullen patting Clive Middlemass's knee. He's looking content now. I think he should be satisfied with his side's performance in this first half, especially with County now down to 10 men. Burnley certainly looking composed in these last 10 minutes. And that goal, of course, by Ayres. Certainly Burnley in the ascendancy as we approach half-time.
Yeah, even with John Francis going off, Burnley still looking very dangerous going forward. And having got the game back to 1 each, I'm sure Jimmy Mullen will be quite content. He can sit them down at half-time and try and regroup the lads for the surge in the second half.
And looking like Adrian Heath just dropping back slightly, playing more of a roaming role now.
Yeah, I'd say Heath's been one of my men at the moment for the first half. McMinn and Ayres the others, and Davis looking very composed at the back as well. But certainly Heath trying to direct things from the middle of the park.
Yes, as we approach half-time, Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. Can Clarets just get that one-goal advantage as Francis comes forward, shows too much of the ball to that man Steve Davis, who quite efficiently pumps that ball out of play, calms that Burnley defence. But certainly, initially, John Pender has Kevin Francis well shackled. And then, as you saw, Steve Davis quite competently gets rid of the threat of the 6'7" striker. As they have a throw-in over on that far side. Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. I will think 2 or 3 minutes of injury time. That injury, of course, to John Francis. That departure after 8-9 minutes. As Francis looking threatening on the edge of that penalty area. Snapshot beaten down by Davis. Connolly right up with his forward liners. Thompson quite efficiently gets the ball away, releases McMinn. Heath in space, great skills by McMinn. Chances for Clarets. Joyce screaming for the ball, amazing run by Joyce. Or should I say McMinn has Stockport County nullify that threat. Second chance for Parkinson, thinks about a shot. Great work by the Burnley number 2. Shot in almost, well, crossing almost, releasing Adrian Heath as County come forward. Gannon just Kevin Francis up front for County as, well, does rather well there to keep that ball in play. A lone striking role for Kevin Francis, just getting a few boosts from that Burnley contingent behind Marlon Beresford's goal as he wins a direct free kick. Certainly, County down to 10 men now, Tony, and Francis, I think, having to fight a lone battle up front.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the arrival of Andy Priest early in the second half. Francis having to do a lot of work on his own, and the Stockport forward line certainly didn't seem to be carrying the same threat as it did in the first 10 or 15 minutes.
County, 3 men across that Burnley boxes. The Burnley boys quite efficiently stream out of defence, catching 2, maybe 3 of the County players in offside positions. David Elway just getting on with things, instructing Marlon Beresford to ignore the indirect free kick as he releases Steve Davis. Heath, maybe a chance, but again, great work in that centre of that Stockport County defence. Connolly, McMinn tussling over on that touchline as Burnley have a throw-in. Les Thompson to take. McMinn, what can he do right in the corner as he releases Deary? He locks up, finds Joyce. Davis in support. Ayres. Davis, shot beaten down. Maybe a second chance for Les Thompson to get this Burnley attacking motion. McMinn again toying with Connolly, seems to have got the better of the Stockport County number 4, the flame-haired Sean Connolly. Is rather a poor cross, not his usual style to McMinn. Maybe a second chance with Deary. Joyce, Parkinson, applause from the Burnley support. Good play by the Burnley boys as again they come forward. Parkinson still in that attacking role. Deary. Well, as you can see, quite a good effort there by John Deary, I think over 30 yards, but really not much power behind that shot from Deary, not presenting much of a problem for John Keeley.
It was always worth a try. Deary has scored 1 or 2 cracking goals, especially early on in the season. so it was always worth an effort. Stockport really looking in a bit of disarray at the back at the moment, and Burnley hoping to capitalise on it.
Well, Davis certainly climbing all over Kevin Francis as that free kick was quickly taken. As Burnley this time have a free kick right on this halfway line. Burnley 1, Stockport County 1 as we approach the half-time whistle. I would think now playing in injury time. That great equalising strike by David Ayres, getting things back on level terms as Stockport certainly in the ascendancy in the first 15-20 minutes, but as you've seen in the last 20 minutes, Burnley certainly the team on top as we approach that half-time whistle. Deary, well, almost mistake there by John Deary. I think a ball there intended for John Pender, but again great work there by Steve Davis as I think he takes his time. Maybe a chance for Ayres. Great control by Ayres, will it be two? He's round Keeley. Oh, he's hit a post. Maybe just slightly forced wide there by John Keeley, presenting that half chance for David Ayres as he chipped in, hitting that Stockport upright. Well, Tony, maybe just forced wide slightly, but again a great work by David Ayres, striking that Stockport post.
Yeah, terrific through ball from Steve Davis, and Ayres again causing a lot of trouble, but unfortunately for him he was dragged wide by Keeley and hitting that post as he tried to get the ball back into the goal, but very unfortunate there for Burnley just on the stroke of half-time.
As the whistles round this Wembley Stadium for that half-time break as this corner comes in long. Maybe a last chance for County. Away by Thompson. McMinn. Well, certainly. Well, what happened there? A punch initially. Referee David Ellery. Well, I think he was intimating there a throw-in. So, well, certainly a punch thrown initially, and number 8, Peter Ward, saying an elbow by Ted McMinn, but certainly a punch on Ted McMinn there by number 8. I think it was Peter Ward.
Well, I think the Stockport lad a little bit fortunate there.
Yes, of course, we've had a bird's eye view of that right under this commentary positions. Again, things are getting a little nasty. But I'm sure, as you'll see on these action replays, certainly a punch thrown by Peter Ward, a very lucky man indeed. Certainly on the blind side of the match referee David Ellery. As again we're in play, Stockport County coming forward with Francis. Again, good covering by Davis. Deep into injury time, it's Stockport County 1, Burnley 1. A strike on 4 minutes by Chris Beaumont, giving Stockport County that 1-goal advantage. And on the half hour, that great goal by David Ayres, levelling proceedings here in this playoff final as Thompson comes forward for Clarets. McMinn, no doubt, get 1 or 2 unfair boos from the Stockport County supporters as Conley comes forward for County. Francis certainly right out of it in this first half. Kevin Francis can do no right, being well shackled by Burnley skipper John Pender. As his central defensive partner Davis releases Parkinson. Maybe just a chance for Burnley to get back on. We should say get in front before that half-time break. Whistle from the Stockport County supporters. As finally David Ellery puts that whistle to his mouth. Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. Not a particularly entertaining half, but certainly full of incidents. Stockport County, of course, down to 10 men as they took the lead on 4 minutes. With that defensive error, Chris Beaumont, the man to put the County men in front. And then County reduced to 10 men, Burnley gradually getting on top in the first 45 minutes. And certainly their dominance told as that great strike by David Ayres on 30 minutes made it Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. Burnley certainly looking to take full advantage in these second 45 minutes in this playoff final. Let's hope they do. Let's hope it will be Enzo League Division 1 status at 90 minutes as we have a half-time score here at Wembley Stadium of Burnley 1, Stockport County 1.